Hi guys, it's Chris here from Some Bloke Who Travels a Lot. The first thing I've got to say about this video of the little wine shop and social, Taunton, Somerset, is it's unashamedly biased. You see, the two guys behind the little wine shop and social, Max Palmer and Philippe Messi, I used to work with many moons ago for Marco Pierre Whites at his restaurant Harveys. Philippe and Max then went on and opened up the restaurant Marco Pierre White in Knightsbridge, which became a 3-star Michelin restaurant. So you can certainly see the little wine shop and social has an awful lot of pedigree, some stunning wines, as you can imagine, and some stunning food. Now, I don't just travel in the UK, I travel all over the world, so do check out the channel and please do subscribe. Well, we arrived at 7 and we made a reservation, which I strongly recommend. A few nibbles on the table. The menu itself, it's platter. You create your own menu, choosing from charcuterie, pork pies, pâtés, and of course the wine is stunning. The list is amazing. I had a fantastic macaroni and it was fantastic. We started with the trout pâté, and then a gorgeous pork pie arrived. And of course, pork pie needs a beer, so then a beer duly arrived. And then we started with the charcuterie platter. And I'm going to hand over to Max now about that.
Of the meat. So what the guys did is that they took a selection of herbs and flowers and from the meadows around that the animals were eating, the beef, and they made a spice mix which they used as a spice rub on the bresaola to recreate at least some flavourings the animals that would be eating. This is an unusual cut. It's called the salmon cut, which you would never associate with beef. It's off the silver side, and they're only about this big, so you only get 2 per animal. This is cured for about 3.5 months. And it's just the most beautiful piece of meat. So we come into Surrey, sunny Surrey, with Tempus, who are 2 boys, one ex-chef, one restaurateur. They have decided that with this particular, the copper is the neck cut, which connects the 2 shoulder blades. They have looked after, they're looking for animals that are, they're great girls, they're ex-breeding sows. They take them up to about 160, 180 kilograms, which are big girls, but that gives them a wonderful fat content, and then they just very simply cure it and air dry it. It's just a little fermentation goes on for a couple of days. Simplicity is what is best with most charcutiers. They all agree that they don't want to mess around with too many products, they just want to see it how it is. So therefore you've got a selection of different animals there from the wonderful world of British charcuterie. They have been Supreme World Champion 15, 16 and 17. So it's a most beautiful cheese. They have made the Kefili now in the Somerset style, because there was a particular style of making it, splitting the curds and the whey. And this is what they've come up with. They are soon to be making a new cheddar, which we're really looking forward to welcoming. They're down in Tunworth in Hampshire. This is an Australian woman who's been making cheese for 20 years. This is also a Holstein Friesian cross. Oh no, actually that's not true. It's a 3 breeds, so it's Holstein, Friesian and Swedish Red. A little bit of each of the milks into there. It's what Stacey describes as her camembert style, which is exactly it. It's a white mould cheese, it matures from the outside in, and at the moment is loving the summer grass. We are in Stichelton. There was a time when when the PDO came in for Stilton, it all had to be pasteurised milk. Neal's Yard Dairy were a little bit upset about that, so they decided that they were going to use unpasteurised milk, so therefore they couldn't call it Stilton. Okay. So they then named it Stichelton, Stilton. This is about 3.5 months old. This is off, again, a Holstein Friesian cross. And as with all of our blue cheeses around the world, has the most wonderful penicillin, got 40 running through it.
Sorry about that, Max. Do hope you forgive me. and you didn't crack once. You didn't crack once. Brilliant stuff. And thank you very much, Max and Phil, for inviting us down to the little wine shop and social. It was a real treat. And thanks very much, Richard and Fern, who looked after us on the evening. As I mentioned earlier, the details of the restaurant and the wine shop are in the description below, so do check that out. Please give the video a thumbs up, and if you want more videos of my travels, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.